Good morning, everybody. So, got a brand new 2020 Silverado, and as every American male knows, once you buy the truck, that's fine and dandy, but then you really start spending money on it. So today what we're going to do is we're going to install some running boards. Even for close to 60 grand, you don't get running boards anymore. So Chevy wanted $1,000 for them installed, and I found some brand new takeoffs on eBay for $343 shipped. They've never, they were on a rig taken off, and a guy wanted electric ones on there. So anyway, we're going to walk through on that to make it easy for you guys if you ever want to do this yourself. So they're actually pretty darn nice. These are factory GMs, and as you can see, you can end up with 4 brackets total here. Every bracket's exactly the same, so it really doesn't matter the placement. You just want to make sure these little plastic nipples are inside when you go to install them. Otherwise, once they're on, they're kind of bare to get in there. So 4 brackets, 4 bolts per. So you're gonna have 16 of these per side, or actually 8 per side, I'm sorry. So these are all gonna come out before the installation. But anyway, the first thing we need to do is put the brackets on. So a couple of the tools you're gonna need. You're gonna need a very small screwdriver and a door panel remover. The reason you're going to need this is in the frame there's pre-drilled holes for these. They were to put them on for you at the dealer, so you got to pop these out, and getting this on there is pretty thick, as you can see, compared to this. So I usually just start it with one of these, just enough to get this underneath, pop it right out, keeps these intact in case you need to put them back in. So what I did, other than that, let's just do all the tools real quick. Taking off the fasteners, you're going to need a screwdriver and a door removal tool. You're going to need a tape measure. You're going to need a 13 millimeter, and I have an extension on it because when you're coming up from the bottom, you're going to need to go all the way up through here to the frame. So, and then you're just going to need a 10 millimeter. So that's all you're going to really need. Pretty easy. So underneath, starting from the front, which on this one is going to be here, you can basically see there's 22 inches between each bracket. Now, there's different steps that you could get from Chevy depending on if you got the Trail Boss or the RST or the LTZ. So there's different types of steps, so the spacing's different. So when you look under there, don't get confused when you see a whole bunch of these, which ones to take out. If you have the RST like I do, just say, okay, front 2, easy to spot, because there's a designated spot in the frame, which I'll show you guys in a minute. So these are going to set, since we're doing the driver's side, these are going to set just like this. So you got one through the frame there, one through the frame at the bottom. We're going to put all the brackets on first, just finger tight. Then we'll have all these bolts out, and we'll just set the step on top of them. So really, this is the only type of thing you'll be lifting at any one point in time, nothing heavy or strenuous. Then when you start putting these in, just put them in loosely, and start on the outside edge, work your way towards the middle. Then you're going to want to tighten the running boards up to the bracket first, and then the bracket to the truck. So anyway, like I was saying, just go, your spacing is going to be 22 inches on these particular boards on this truck, 22, then 23, and then another one at 23. So I'll show you guys these fasteners real quick so you can get an idea of it. And we'll jump underneath and you can get a peek at it. Okay, so these are basically the frame plugs that you want to take out. This will be the first set, as close as you can get towards the front of the truck. Okay, and then back your 22 inches to this set, and 23 there, and so forth. Oops. Right, so we'll get to putting them on and walk through a little bit more of it if you need it. Okay, so here's the frame plug removal. Like I was saying, use a real thin bladed screwdriver or something to get it started, because the door panel tool is actually a little thick. I've got some nylon ones, but this is the better quality. So you just give them a nice gentle pull straight out. There you go. Now you got a threaded hole in there in order to mount your bracket to the frame. They're all going to come out the same way. Your next one will just be down here, directly beneath it. Get it started. Slide your tool under. Just get it all the way in. Just give it a nice pull. And it pops right out. So there you go, guys. All the other 3 are going to be exactly the same as that. Super easy. Now I always keep these because you do need them in a lot of applications, motorcycle fairings, and again, door panels in general. Remember, start on the front and then go to the back and put the middle ones on later. Anyway, so there's the prep. Got some brackets. I'm gonna jump underneath there, start putting these babies on. I'm scrapping my knuckles a few times, I'm sure. Okay, so here's our first bracket. We're starting in the very front, like we talked about earlier. We just really want to get everything put her in with their fingers for starting out. And this top one's easy compared to the bottom one, just because of the length of it. The reach is so far. But again, you know, I could cheat. I got a little drill driver, makes it quicker, but it's not that big of a deal on some of these. So when we tighten them up, I will indeed use that though. So this one's a lot harder to reach up in there. So you just go up to the top and use your contortion moves so you can get it in there. And just get it started. All you really need is just get it started, guys, and throw a ratchet on it and you'll be good to go. So a couple threads, there you have it. So that's what we're going to do with all of them all the way along, okay? And all the way back, then we'll set our step right on there and tighten the steps up, starting from the outside edges. Line everything up, put all your screws in first, tighten those up, then we'll tighten these to the body of the vehicle. And shouldn't take us that long. Really, the other side was about a half hour, so this should be even quicker. Okay guys, we got all the brackets on to the frame, so now we're gonna just set the running board on there, and I'm not gonna worry about lining it up just yet because I can't really see where the holes are until I get underneath there. So remember, start at the front and go all the way to the back. That way you can kind of jiggle things around to get them up through the holes if you need to. Okay, so just put them in the, jiggle them a little bit forward and backwards. This is why you don't want to tighten them up to the body of the vehicle just yet. So you can get these all in. Finger tight's fine, or just even, you know, halfway is fine for now. But once you get this front one in, remember to jump all the way to the back. Otherwise you won't be able to wiggle them in place. So that's it, all the way. Here we go, going to the back. Okay, all the running boards are on. Everything's tightened up and double checked. So see if they hold me. My 220-pound giant self. Oh, there we go. So what I really like about them, number one, with snow and ice and crap, which we had up in Kalispell when we got it, you can really kick your heels off once you're in, you know, whatever, you know, to get them all over the side of the vehicle. Got these sill plates, and plus you don't wear the bolster of your seat as much. You're not sliding across it. You can just step right in. So here we are, super comfy. Got our sanitizer and our COVID mask, and we're good to go, guys. So my point just being with this whole thing, 340 bucks leaves me 650 bucks to spend on other accessories. So we'll get back for the installs later, guys. Have fun.